Hi, I'm Monnie, and I'm here to chat with Milky. I've been playing music for as long as I can remember. My mum always thought it was really important to give us the option and the opportunity to play music, to sing, to learn about it, which I'm very grateful for. Thank you to my mother, Gabrielle. So I started doing singing and learning basics, rhythm and stuff. It's the Kadai method when I was 4 years old with my siblings, just in someone's, a teacher would do a group of young kids at her house in the neighborhood. Then I, played recorder like we all did at primary school. And then that led me into playing clarinet for a long time. I played classical clarinet for 14 years. And I was always singing. I did piano. I just couldn't get enough of music. I wanted to learn as many things as I could, as many instruments as I could. I wanted to know everything about it. I did 1 year of international relations at uni when I finished school, only to realize that I was miserable without music and that I couldn't see the point in it. And so then I took a year off and I decided that was that. And I went and studied at QUT because I really wanted to learn how to do production as well. And it was one of the only degrees I could find in Brisbane, where I grew up, that did production as well as performance, as well as writing, as all the things that I was interested in. And now I'm here. So that's some highlights of my musical career thus far. And I play bass, and I played in a band, and I play for my friend Thelma, and blah, blah, blah. I do a lot of stuff. I've done many things, but that was my intro. I've never felt more vulnerable and exposed, but that's the beauty of the industry. That's the beauty of writing your feelings. A lot of these songs are about figuring out where I belong and what makes me feel comfortable, and the things, those kinds of things that we all think about in our early adulthood, and trying to find the community that we feel comfortable in. And I felt that it was important for me to write about. I moved from Meanjin, from Brisbane down to Melbourne in 2021, and I'd never lived outside of Brisbane before. And I'm really close with my family. My dad's family are Italian, my mum's family are Irish. We're all very close. And there are a few tracks like Lately and Spiral Fracture and things like that that are kind of about finding those elements of community and connection and love and care for each other wherever we can get them, and paying homage to the things that make my family and the things that make me feel like me. Very true to my form. It's also about there are some songs about recognizing when things aren't lining up with that. Slow is about a friendship that was a very long and beautiful friendship that I'm very appreciative of, but ended at a time because of a lot of different things, and just kind of an acceptance of the fact that sometimes things don't go the way that you want them to, and that's also a part of figuring out what's right and what's not right for you. Yeah, I guess a lot of these songs are just about accepting yourself, letting other people be who they are, and letting yourself be who you are, and not feeling any type of way about that, just being that it is what it is. But also having fun. Having fun and being yourself. That is what this is all about. So creating my own sound for Monnie has been really fun and really exciting. I also have a lot to thank my team for, because I love everything and I want to try everything, and I don't believe in just doing one kind of thing, or genre isn't real. But obviously genre is real, but I find it really hard and annoying to be constricted to one particular thing. And I guess because I've done classical music and I'm now doing contemporary, I've done rock music, I'm doing pop now. I just am everything has a place and everything is interesting, and the traditions and the histories and the reasons that each genre is the way that it is, I find really interesting and cool, and it all is an interplay. So finding a sound for myself has been hard because I want to try everything. But some of my big iconic inspirations like Charlie XCX, Sophie, the PC Music label I love, Solange I'm obsessed with. So finding a spot for the over the top and the extreme, but also like giving space to each element and respecting what it's doing in the song is what I aim for. And I thank my team for keeping me on task. I'm going to say lately. I like all the songs, biased, obviously, but I would say lately, which is the title track. It's very me. It's like fast, fun, silly. You know, it's a little bit about how I am losing my mind, as always. But that's okay, and life goes on, and like, you know, I just try to look, like, see the people who make me happy and see the people who remind me of what I love and who I am. And also, like, it's fun. It's a fun song and you can dance to it. So I would say lately. And if you don't like lately, please don't tell me. I'm very fragile. I don't know if this line gets stuck in my head so much, but this is going to be from Lately again, but I wrote a line in Lately that makes me feel really happy every time I hear it. This one line in Lately that makes me feel really happy is in the second verse, and I wrote Lately in lockdown when I moved to Nam, and it was lockdown and everyone was feeling crazy, and I really mean that, crazy, which is a good thing, by the way. Crazy is not a bad word. Anyway, so this line in Lately in the second verse, and it says, the breeze through the trees while I'm with Lucy. Lucy is my cat, and I love her so much, and I don't know what the fuck I would do without having to look after her. She's so cute. She's such a companion animal. And in lockdown, when I was super depressed, and even before I moved, when I was super depressed, I've got depression. Having a little animal to look after and to pat, and who loves me and who just wants to hang out with me, is like nothing else. And she is an especially cute little cat, and I love her, and I don't know what I would do without her. And in lockdown, I would sit out the front and I would sit in the sun, the trees, there'd be one tree, and she would just sit with me. She would just hang out with me all day. And if I'm like, when I'm at home, she just follows me around. And so every time I hear that line, I'm like, that's my baby. And so that's my favorite line. The difference in writing with a band and writing on my own is like very stark in my mind. I'm a collaborator at heart. There's nothing that would change that. And so writing music on my own is hard. I mean, I've got a lot of ideas, which is maybe my problem, because it's hard to finish something. And also, I always just think that two heads are better than one, you know, like, or more than two, like however many heads it takes to write a song. I was really excited, and I am really excited to be able to do more like of the creative direction and like doing weirder things or different things that mean that it's not just, you know, like the instrumentation can change, and like there are more options when it's just you writing things, which I'm really appreciative of, and I find really fun. But, you know, to be honest, I really miss that collaborative writing process. I think it's really cool. I think it's really special, and I wouldn't have been able to write songs like that on my own. But I guess it's cool now because I'm writing totally different stuff that would never have been a song with a band, you know, like, because the process is so different. So merits and downfalls to both, obviously. It just depends. It's cool. I'm very lucky, and I'm very appreciative that I'm able to do a little bit of both, and that I've been able to experience both. It's really cool. I am over the top. That is guarantee. Some live show things for me. So when I played at Big Sound, which was extremely fun and I loved doing, I had my very good friend Jamila, who is also an amazing producer and DJ in her own right. I love her. You should all go listen to her as well. She played for me, DJ'd for me, and then I had my friends Golda and Finley doing some dancing that we just choreographed ourselves. Well, they choreographed, and I was there to do, you know, collaborative, being like, yeah, that's great, that's awesome. And then I also I got a lot of funny little hats, cool hats. I've got lots of different, I love collecting things that I like, and so I've got a lot of different like weird props around my house, like things that I've just accumulated over my life. Knickknacks. I love knickknacks. I'm Italian, so like grew up with like everything everywhere. I've got a little statue of David, so I brought a lot of props to my live show. You know, sunglasses, hats, scarves, and we all got to play with them, and we'd had little dancing routines, and we all got to interact. If you come to a live show, that is what you can expect. And also a lot of jokes. As you can probably tell, I love to talk and I don't know when to stop. So please shut me up if need be. But you'll be hearing jokes. They won't be good. I can't guarantee that. And I won't guarantee it. But jokes, dancing, props, laughs, I don't know. I love music and music is an integral part to who I am, but it's not that deep. It's not that serious. Have fun, you know? That's what you can expect. In Sweater Curse, I used to, like the first 20 shows that we played in Brisbane, and it was like to the very similar people, our friends and family or whatever. I told these, and they will all tell you, anyone who saw us, I told the same jokes every single set. And that became a joke in and of itself. And everybody knew what to expect. And I would be like, hey everyone, I'm going to tell you a joke that you've never heard before. And everyone would be like, oh yeah, here it goes. Come on, Monica, what you got? What do you call someone without any shins? Tony, because their toes and their knees are next to each other. That's humour. Thank you so much. Really good joke, right? Hilarious joke. Charlie XCX. That's it. Charlie XCX. Lonely Speck, Abyssal Body EP. Fern Gully. I loved that movie, and there were some great ones. Also, I would say like The Little Mermaid, but Poor Unfortunate Souls is already such a banger, so I don't want to rewrite that. Oh! My instinct is to say Hannah Montana, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Fuck. Hannah Montana. Can't go with that. Best of both worlds. Driving on 9 by the Breeders. The Cat Empire at Woodford Folk Festival when I was like 12 or 13. Thank you, Mum and Dad. Charlie XCX. A Spice Girl. Shut up, Spice. Honestly, that is what is coming to my mind. I feel like that is what people would be telling me to do. Enough. Enough, Spice. Diamonds by Rihanna or Valerie Amy Winehouse. Beyonce, Undeniable. Just try to get some more sleep, okay, babe? Please. It's really important. I don't know. I was young. I don't know. I just have always loved music. There was no one moment. Thank you very much.